G'day folks, and welcome back to the channel for episode number 14 of our Lightning Caster Paladin playthrough, where it is finally time to do Forgotten Gods. Now, we've already sided with the Soleil cult, and we do want some stuff from their shop for later on. Specifically, we want, where are they? The rings here. It's going to be this one. So these rings, plus 2 to Rune of Callistor, is pretty good. I have Reckoning we're not using, so we don't really care about that. The crowd control resistance on them is quite good. The Aether res is okay. I would prefer to have a lot more resistances on my rings. But all of the stuff on these rings is quite good. So we do eventually want to get to that. And we want to be able to use those. So we're doing Soleil. So let's pick up the quest for them. And we will go get their toy. Whatever that is. Alright, what do you need? I'll find the artifacts. Okay, acquire the Eye of Eker, or Eker. Eker? Ekir? I don't know. Acquire the Eye, and we're going to take that back to him. I will actually summon these guys. They're not going to do anything, but why not? Why not? Alright, so I think we'll probably get at least the first half of Forgotten Gods done today, and then the next episode will be either the second half of Forgotten Gods, or it will be Ultimate time. So I have been umming and ahhing about whether or not to skip Elite, and I think in the interest of a fair test, I'm just going to skip it, and I'm going to rely kind of on my knowledge of the game to get me through, and then at the end of it I'll make a decision as to whether or not I think it's a good idea. I'm going into it, my immediate thought right now is this is a horrible idea and I wouldn't recommend it for anyone who was playing, especially for a fresh start or a first character. However, I haven't tested it, so it's probably not fair for me to just throw that out there right now completely untested. So that's the plan. And I'm going to test it with both this character and the Purifier. Purifier is a little bit weaker, so I'm actually thinking it's an even worse idea for the Purifier. But, you know, fair shake of the source bottle and all that. You got to test things. You can't just say, no, that sounds crap, I'm not doing it. So I'm going to finish Forgotten Gods on both of the characters. And then, oh, there's the proc for the proc from the relic. It's actually not as bad as I thought. I thought it would be like a melee slash, showing my inexperience with Inquisitor again here. I'm not sure why I'm running around down there. I'm just waffling and got lost, I guess. But yeah, that's the plan. We do Forgotten Gods, so I can say I did a full clear of normal. And then we're just going into Ultimate, and if we die, we die. Obviously I'm not going to be trying to do that. If both of these characters die, I'm going to be very upset. But I don't think it's going to be that bad. I think the big issues is going to be something like, you know, you don't have reputation stuff that you would normally have. You have less resistances than you would normally have because you're not going to have augments, which I like to go into Ultimate having both Black Legion and Mammoth resistance at Revered, so I can use their augments. I've also usually got Homestead and a couple of the others, but realistically I use the Black Legion augments and pretty much don't touch the others until the end game. So there's that. But yeah, we'll test it properly, and we'll see how it goes. But before we can do that, we have to do Forgotten Gods, because there is 8 or 9 devotion points here, and I want them. So first stop is the Temple of Osyr. Now, the good thing about the Temple of Osyr is, 1, there's a devotion shrine here. 2, there's a whole bunch of stuff to kill that gives us reputation with all 3 of the Witch God cults, because you get all 3 at the same time. And 3, we have a quest to come here anyway, so we may as well do the quest for Soleil, because they are kind of the faction we've chosen to side with. So coming here at level 20, after you've just finished beating up Krieg, can be a little bit dangerous. Coming here at level 55, after you've beat the rest of the game, apparently is not. I will be honest, I don't generally do Forgotten Gods until I've already beat the game and I'm level 100. Or I'll do it sort of at level 20 when I've just beat Act 1, because I want some MI for the build for leveling. It's actually pretty rare for me to come here in the middle levels. Except, you know, I've already unlocked all the areas that I need at level 20, and I'm just back here for getting an updated MI. So this is actually considerably easier than what I'm used to. Alright, let's go down to the next level. Devotion Shrine is on this level. And so is the boss. And the question is, where? Not there. Not there is the answer. Yep, you guys just kindly step on the glowing circle. Let's just leave a few more glowing circles for them to play with along the way. There is an Exalted chest in here. I haven't seen it, but I wasn't really looking for it either. It's one of those things where if I find it, great, and if I don't, I'm not really too worried about it. Alright, here's my Devotion Shrine. So we're going to clear the area, and then we're going to do the Devotion Shrine, which, I mean, you know how this goes. Okay, and not quite dead. There we go. Plus 1 devotion point. Now, we were doing Altos from memory. Yes, we were. So next point. Frostburn, Electrocute, offensive ability, and crit damage. Which, yeah, it's pretty good stuff. Coming up on the boss here, we are of course going to kill this guy, Arcanux, which is an interesting name. And we'll take out his friends as well. So there is a door here. Now, I do remember when I was brand new to the game, and I was watching, I think it was Maligan. I was watching someone do a playthrough, and they got to Ramsel the High Priest here. And they were talking about how really scary he is and how dangerous the room is. And then I came in here and just absolutely demolished him. And that's not to brag, that's more as a kind of... I don't know, I didn't find him that difficult, and I was fighting him around level 25 at the time. So I'm not sure what's going on, if he's been nerfed or not. If it was Maligant, I actually kind of trust his opinion on ARPGs, so I'm leaning towards it was nerfed. But as you can see there, that guy is a little bit of a walkover. Okay, so we're out, and we're at the top here. Now, there's a couple things to do on the way to the next Rift Gate. The first one is the devotion point at the hidden shrine out the back here. This little rotting corpse has a decent amount of loot on it. This is basically a hidden spoils chest, so make sure you click on him. But yeah, so there's the devotion shrine at the hidden devotion shrine. There's also rescuing these guys, who we'll send back to town. And then there's the XP ring, which I will probably never wear, which is also kind of hidden at the back of the hidden shrine area. So how to get access to this area here is, this is the Temple of Osyr entrance, this is the rift, and then if you just come up here, there's this sort of archway, which you can run under, and this is the hidden refuge. Do you know what's up here? I'm pretty sure the answer is nothing. There's probably something hidden back here. maybe like a body under that tree or something. But the things you want are over here. So Devotion Shrine for a battered shell, which, you know, everyone's going to have that. Devil's Cage Wallwork is pretty good for a physical build. I've used that several times on various soldier builds. I think I used it on my Archon as well. Really good for a physical build. Not so great for a lightning build, but still pretty good find. Then this is just whatever. This little crate here. This has got the Leovinus ring. This is always here. You will get one of these per difficulty. It's always level 10. Even the ultimate one is the same. And the idea is you put these on at level 10, you get a decent boost to just all generic damage, and you get 3% XP per ring. Also, having 25%, so 50%-ish elemental resist at level 10 is pretty good for leveling. Let's go ahead and spend that point. And then one more point, we will have the Hand of Altos, which is going to go onto the Rune of Callistor. So that's going to be, anytime someone steps on our rune, it's going to go zap zap and reduce their resistances even more. Hang on a second. So this one is 24 reduced targets resistances. And then Altos should be a different wording. 12% reduce, yes, so they are different categories. The ones that stack are going to be minus 8% lightning damage resistance or something like that. The minus 8% lightning resistance, that will stack as much as you have. Anything that has either percent or just a number reduced, only the highest of those two different types will apply to any monster at a time. So it can be a little bit confusing. There is a cheat sheet for it, which if I remember I will link in the comments. And if not, you can just Google Grim Dawn cheat sheet or Grim Dawn resistance cheat sheet. I believe it's by Sino, and you'll be able to find that. It's a Google sheet, and it's just a single page of, these are the three categories, these is how it works, and these are potential sources for all three categories. Like I said, hopefully I'll remember and link it in the description. Go ahead and yell at me if it's not there when you view this video, and I'll hopefully remember to do it. If someone yells at me, it'll happen. Otherwise, I'm likely to forget. Alright, so moving through here, there is an Exalted Stash. Am I going to go for it? Yeah, why not? I think it's down here. Good. Character doesn't like bashing objects because I've been playing the Purifier, so it doesn't register move as an attack command. Where is that Exalted Stash? I think it's just here. Yep, there it is. So, for Exalted Stash, I did kind of break my own sort of rule of not going out of my way to get them. But it is what it is. Not the end of the world. It doesn't have to be about blinding efficiency all the time, and also, I'm a little bit of a hypocrite. But hey, we got a blue item that we're not going to use, and that's what's important here. Look at that. That Sharpshooter's bolt rifle. I think I've actually got most of that set on this character. I'm getting tons of guns on this character. This would be amazing. Well, maybe not amazing, but it would be good on the Pistol Purifier. And I'm getting it on this character. Anyway, heading north. So we're about to run into the Titanovore, which we will kill. Then we're going to run into Caligadra, who we are not spawning, because I'm scared. And also I don't have the item to do it. But I'll kind of point it out as we go past. And for anyone who has never unlocked the Tomb of Morganeth, the Tomb of the Magi, this is where one of the access keys is, one of the parts of the seals. One of them's in there. So technically there is a devotion shrine in there, so maybe I should unlock it. Alright, Corvin Titanovore seems very scary the first time you see it come running at you. I mean, yeah, I'm sundered, but who cares? You don't do any damage. And there he goes. Okay, so we're coming up on the Cairn docks. There's nothing else really in here. You do sometimes get some elites or heroes kind of here-ish. Looks like they're not home today, which is unfortunate. I think actually we should go turn this quest in. I'm trying to remember if it's Soleil's second quest, or is it... It might be Dreeg that wants you to kill the dogs.
You're looking smug.
Anyway, here's your eye. Okay, and we're going to cull his ranks. Okay. And Kaisen, your aspirants are safe. What is it? Okay, and yes, we will consider that done as well. So, choose a sacrifice to Soleil. You know what, Rickard? Sorry, buddy. I don't know who Maurice is, but yeah, sure. Bye. Congratulations. Alright, and then these guys are also a test who we're pretty much just going to blow up. Oh, Niren's still alive. Okay, and then that one, you fought well, you've proven your worth. Absolutely allow them to stay. We'll pick up Anorak's quest as well, because if you get to where the quest is and you don't actually have it, they won't talk to you, which is incredibly frustrating. Okay, yep, just don't expect me to go rescue them. Exactly. What about you? Oh, we have to kill 3 of them. Alright, cool. Goodbye, Alicia. You know what? You look like you make a good sacrifice. Wait, you still alive? Okay. I think that's it. Okay, next quest. Vanguard of the 3. Okay, so we are actually done, and our next quest is going to be at the Vanguard. I think it's the Pocket Plane next. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's true. Actually, what were those shoulders? That is a lot of extra armor. And my shoulders are actually garbage, so I'm going to keep my eyes open for new shoulders. Boots-wise, my boots are okay, but not great. Alchemist Mantle, no. I'll hang on to the ring. Probably not going to use it, but, you know, maybe. Rebuke, I'm not really using. That's a lot of stats, though. And 30% Aether, or 20, or 10% Chaos. These, honestly, are better. They're not good, but they're better. How about these ones? Vigorous of Psyche. Okay, I just spotted something really, really important that I should have seen. These are not usable by us. So they will convert a third of our elemental damage to physical, so they are not something we're going to be wearing.
Put it to good use.
Something that I need to be more diligent about checking, actually.
Got something you need stashed?
It's a really good way to brick your damage completely, is to start converting it away from the damage type you're doing. Right, let's continue onwards. So we're up to the docks, or, you know, close to the docks. And just here, you will see Caligadra's house, who, like I said, we're not fighting, because I don't have the item to summon her, and I'm not really interested in dying, so we're definitely not going to fight Caligadra. I don't like these scorpions. I don't know why, but I've just got a bit of a vendetta against these guys, and I think it's from when I was farming Ganavakar for the Dervish. Or maybe one of my early characters. I just don't like them. They all need to die. Right, so in this little section here, in the top left is a devotion shrine, which obviously I want. It's one of the main reasons we're doing Forgotten Gods, is to get the devotion shrines. The other reason being we definitely want the reputation with Soleil, because we want to use some of their reputation items later on. What is this one? This is a relic with... doesn't matter, it doesn't have skill points on it. Yeah, so devotion shrines and reputation is basically the entire reason we're here. And obviously XP as well, and gear upgrades. Flak Canucks. Is this guy the healer, or is he... one of them's a healer. Nice little double rare there, which is going to sell for a decent amount of bits. I say this pretty much every time I find a double rare. Most of them are just not very good. And I noticed this especially in the Season 5 mod, I think it was, where people would just link double and triple rare items that were just complete garbage. You would just never use them on any build. And it was quite surprising. You know, you've got an MI that supports pets, and then the prefix was physical damage for your character, and the suffix was cold damage. I'm just like, why would anybody use that? I mean, okay, it's rare, but it's not good. Anyway, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Alright, and here is our devotion shrine, so let's just leave a glowing circle behind us so any visitors can stand on that. And then we should be able to stack up runes in here. And then just goodbye. Alright, Praetorian Chest Guard. I think I've had that whole set now. And let's have a look at some of them MIs. I don't think any of these are worth using. Definitely not the helmet. That might be worth hanging on to. Better resistances is the reason why. This would be really nice, except for that conversion. Gloves are pretty much under control, and boots. These are not horrible either. So the armor is a minor downgrade. We don't really get anything from the fire damage. Move speed is nice. Pierce and poison res is more important, I think, than a little bit of vitality. Or a little bit of elemental, sorry. Our elemental is capped in ultimate. Poison is not. Piercing is not, but not by much. Bleeding is horrible. Vitality is capped in ultimate. Aether is not. Chaos is 1% under. So actually we're not doing too badly for resistances going into ultimate. And obviously I've forgotten to spend my devotion point. Because derp. Let's go ahead and do that now while we're standing in the poison. What could possibly happen? No, you know what? That's a really bad idea. I really shouldn't be spending these even outside of town. Okay, so Rune of Callistor now gets the Hand of Altos. So if it crits, and what's our crit chance? 8%. So 1 in 10. This is going to go off, do a bunch of lightning damage, stun people, and reduce their elemental resistances. So pretty good. And it's kind of a chain lightning proc as well. So it'll bounce, I think it's at 3 or 5 targets. Which is very, very nice. Let's see if we can get it to go off. I didn't see it. I think it went off in that little pack there, but they're also closely clumped together. I can't really say for sure. But that's alright. It's a good proc. There's 56, and you know what that means. Boring. But we're getting towards the fun part. I am thinking 5 more points in physique. I kind of want to use heavy armor on this character. I feel kind of like it needs the armor. But we will see. Either way, physique is never a bad choice. It just may not be the best choice. It's hard to see if Altos has gone off at all yet, just based on how sort of clumped up everything is. In terms of the next devotion point, I'm going to be getting the tortoise next. And then after that we will be heading towards the top of the tree. What do we need? So we'll be getting the lizard, we'll be getting the tortoise, and then we'll be looking at the spear, which is actually pretty good. And we'll be looking at Korvac, which is also good but not amazing. It's a decent amount of OA and DA shred from memory, which is quite good. So we get crit less, we get hit less, and we also crit more, which are all things that I like. There are two things in this area that I'm looking for, or three I guess if you include the Riftgate. One of which is the tome for the transmuting quest. The other thing is just over here. I'm looking for this entrance here, so there is another devotion point in here. And there's also a boss who we can kill for reputation. So again, all good things, things that we like. Devotion points at the back, and then once we get the devotion point, we'll kind of head to the east. I still don't think I've seen Altos proc. Oh, there it is. I saw that. That little lightning bolt. That was Altos. So I can say that I have seen it proc now. Let's see if we can't round all these guys up into a big ball and blow them all up in one go. Get some of them here at least. There's so much lightning going on, it's actually impossible to say when things are going off. I'm actually kind of like it. Feel like I'm playing Primal Strike again. Alright, this'll do. Goodbye, peoples. Except for Bragwa, who decided to come in late, and what is his name? Ryugunut or something like that? I don't know who comes up with these names, they're all crazy. Eastern Robes, we had the pants either earlier or last episode, so... was it earlier? I think it was last episode. So we could have a 2-set, which is 5% offensive, which is quite nice, but I wouldn't wear it just because of the loss in armor. Armor while leveling is kind of important. Just in general, really. Alright, I was actually here for the devotion, but since I'm here anyway... Navan... This guy has got to go. There we go, Tinker's Ingenuity and another piece of the Sharpshooter's set. And if you come over here, there is a little stash behind here. Again, you're never going to find something good from here, or very rarely, I should say. I shouldn't say never. But you will very rarely find anything good. But it is possible. Okay, so 1 point in yellow, and I'm thinking we probably don't need that one in red anymore. We may be able to take the green point back, but we will need that at some point. We need it now, actually, for Altos. So I could go and take back the 1 point in Crossroads red. That would get us the start of the tortoise, but it's probably a next time we're in town thing rather than a go back to town specifically for it thing. Okay, let's blow these guys up. Searing of Celerity, not amazing, but not bad. And now I'm just looking for the book. I think I've gone past it. So I'm going to go back for it. I'm going to save maybe a second by taking that portal. I'm pretty sure it's down here. So I just realized something interesting about the transmuting book. It's that I know how to get there, I know when I'm there, but if you give me a map, I will have no idea where it is on the map. I'm gonna guess it's here. Yeah, it is going to be here. So we come down into the water, run under here, and it's going to be on a body. I was going to say here, but it's... Is it there? Yeah, it is. It's right here. Yeah, so I was right. Okay. Take it back. I do know where it was. Alright, let's go play with Gunavakar. How's our poison? Poison's fine. We gotta kill these guys. Just because I don't like them. You can see the lightning occasionally jumping around between them. That is Altos. And Altos doesn't really stack with most other things. Depending on what your gear is, you can have some items that will have that type of resistance reduction. But generally speaking, the only thing it really conflicts with is the Viper, and I don't have the Viper, so whoop, don't get hit by that. That's the Sunder. Alright, down he goes. Remember when he used to be difficult? Back at level 20 on a very squishy character, and he was quite difficult. Alright, you guys have got to go. I'm sorry. Well, I'm not sorry. We do have to make a trip to Homestead right now, though. Because I just hit Honored, we have to get the writ. And since we're in the area, and, you know, you're hanging out right by the rift gate just waiting to die, it would be rude not to. Alright, and we'll pick this quest up as well. I always forget this quest. Right, keeping that, because I think I'm going to use this one. Would get us more Aether, more Elemental. Same amount of armor. Yeah, let's just use that. Let's sell that. What is this one? This is piercing. That would uncap piercing. No, it wouldn't. Yeah, we're using that as well. And we're just selling all of this. I am going to be keeping an eye out for shoulders. And I probably don't need to replace these until sort of 70-ish, just based on the armor rank, or the armor level. Yeah, those are probably fine. And as long as I'm here, go ahead and give me those. Alright, so the reason we came here is that one. Let's see, what do we got? Any lightning or elemental damage? Things we can use? Doesn't look like it. What about any... Do I already have... no, I don't have augments yet. I guess we'll use that one. So this is not amazing, but offensive ability is something that I like, and lightning damage is something that we do, so we'll go ahead and use it. I think I may have made a boo-boo. Let's see if I made a boo-boo. I did not make a boo-boo. Okay. This is fine.
I can't do that yet.
Alright, we can run through here. In this cave there is the second seal, or another seal, I can't remember exactly which one it is. But there's another seal for the Tomb of the Magi in here. So we could go in there and get it. It's not really much point, but we could do it. The seal itself is just up here in the top left, just behind a cracked wall, which is just here. So we could go in there, but there's really no point. I think we'll just leave. There's also a couple of... Where is it? And am I in the right place? Let me just check here. Is it here? I don't think it's here. Oh no, here it is. Yeah, yeah. So there's one secret there. There's also another one. I can't remember exactly where, but there's a few little paths in these rocks. It might be here. No, I don't think it is. Anyway, moving on. There's one little section on the right side of one of these areas where you can kind of walk off the side, and there's a hidden spoils chest there. Alright, you guys. Bad doggies, no biscuit. Right, devotion points are under control. Oh, because I didn't respec. Okay, that's fine. Let's see if the big doggy is here today. So you can be along here, along the top. Doesn't look like it. I think I would have seen him by now if he was in the area. Yeah, he's not here today. You can also spawn down in the bottom left of this area, and there's a lore note down there as well, so a little bit of XP, maybe some loot. Let's go see if he's home. Yep, there he is. Grimlore, Packhound Alpha. Dies almost in one hit. So, not particularly alpha, in my opinion. Alright. I'm probably not going to kill Korvac, I think. Or will I? I don't know, maybe. There's no real benefit to killing him. It's a little bit of extra reputation and maybe an okay loot drop. And the fight itself is a little bit risky, so it's a definite maybe, put it that way. Alright, and we'll talk to all these guys.
Yes, trap.
How are we doing for time? I think we can go for a bit longer.
I hear you.
Alright, what did we just agree to? Let's actually, since we're at the Rift Gate here, let's do a little bit of selling. And I'm still looking for shoulders. But otherwise, we're fine. We'll go talk to Barnabas in Devil's Crossing. That'll get us a little bit more reputation. Get some XP as well. Okay, we've got the Eye of Echo. Activate the altar at Burning Spire. Let's go ahead and get our components back as well. Alright. Ancient Grove we're not doing. Anorak's Brothers we walk straight past, and the others are fine. Okay, we'll go do Anorak's Brothers actually. Feel rude. Feel bad. We just kind of left them behind. Also, there's a devotion shrine in there. I'll be honest, it's mostly about the devotion shrine. We went too far south. Here we go. Treasure trove maybe in here? Just at the back? Nope. Alright, here's Anorak. We'll go down and rescue Anorak's brother. And then we'll push into the second half. Okay, so like I said, in here there is a devotion shrine. There's also an exalted chest, which I can never remember where it is, so sometimes I just kind of stumble into it. I'm not hugely worried about finding it, but if I do find it, like, you know, right next to me while I'm talking about it, then I will pick it up, of course. It would be silly to just walk straight past it. Alright, I do see a totem as well, so we'll go get that. That little star is just a dynamite. I mean, realistically, it's the corpse of the brother we're here to rescue, but it's basically just a dynamite. Let's be honest. Okay, and probably don't need this one, but sure, why not? I did see a purple there. What do we get? Golem-born Greaves. Well, Pierce is now under control. Poison was already fine. And we picked up some extra physical resist. We lost physical and fire damage we don't care about. We got a bit more movement speed. We got some more, 400 more life. And we got a proc that protects us from physical, so, I mean, yes. There we go. Reckoning, another piece of the Silver Knight. I think I've seen that whole set as well. But, yeah. Great stuff. I'm still checking rings as well, because, well, because obviously. But, the other thing I'm interested in is these Corvex Stormblades. Now, the actual MI itself is not hugely interesting, but they are... Well, they do have lightning affinity, so the chance of getting 2 lightning affixes on it are pretty good. Alright, Yep, I'll take care of him. So we just agreed to go downstairs and beat up the guy who killed him. Which, you know, I like loot. And he's made of XP, so realistically there's no reason not to. Also, Devotion Shrine. Okay, and then this guy... Alright, we set these up. I think 3 should be enough. Hell, I think 2 should be enough. And there we go. Face Guard of Justice. Fire set from memory. Not hugely interesting, but... if I could push the right button. Another devotion point. We're done here, that's right, we are doing the tortoise. So, a little bit of extra health. Health is actually off the charts. This is a very tanky boy, and I think that's mostly not got anything to do with the gearing or anything like that. I think it's just a decently tanky build. What are we up to for armor? Do we have any massive holes? Helmet. Really need to go get a new helmet. So I might do that after this episode. Just go see what level that area actually scales to in normal. It should go up to 55, I would think. I actually don't know where it goes up to anymore. They changed all that with 1.2. Okay, Toot and Ton here. There's another piece of the Sharpshooter's set. So, definitely seen the whole set. Alright, this boss. This guy just straight up one-shot my my first character when I first saw him. I came in here, I Shadow Striked straight into his face and he shotgunned me with that cold thing. I went from full health to dead, just instantly. Which is really funny at the moment, but I was quite upset at the time. Alright, down he goes. Anorak's brothers have been avenged. And now we loot the place. Not that there's a huge amount in here. Okay, Scorched End on a ring. Resistant of Scorched Ends. That's actually probably got good resists on it. Not so much. Okay, so we're done in here. We'll go turn this in and see what our... Ooh, do I go... Oh, I'd have to go all the way around. Actually, you know what? This way is going to be quicker. We can come straight at it from over here. Just hug the right side of this little area here. And here we are. Bob's your father's uncle, or whatever the saying is. Rob's your dad's brother. There we go. Boom goes the dynamite. More XP, more reputation. Can you just die? Thank you. Bismeal's Domination. Decent pet relic. And what were the blues we picked up? Obsidian... Well, Boneweave leggings. Less armor. decent resist. I think I want the +2 to Fizz res more than I want the... Although the Sigil of Consumption would be quite good. Ooh, this is hard. So they both got Vitality res, and I mean, the Vitality is going to be over the cap in Ultimate anyway. So 7% chance to avoid melee attacks and movement speed versus some regen and defensive ability. And +2 to Celestial Presence. And neither one of those procs is particularly amazing, let's be honest. 40% of 300 Vitality damage. I mean, 300 Vitality damage plus 15%. Alright, yeah, no. It literally doesn't matter. We'll just leave it how it is. Empowered Steelheart Girdle is actually pretty interesting. I really like the Steel Resolve skill. The resistances on this are, again, they're not great. But I am going to keep that ring, or not ring, it's a belt. I'm going to hang on to that. I think we can probably throw the rest of these out though. Unless one of them has a huge amount of bleeding resist on it. Yeah, no, we can toss all that. Alright, what else we got? Let's go back to the Vanguard of the 3. We'll sell all this stuff. And I'm going to call this an episode, and we'll do the second half in the next video. Just double check that these aren't hugely better. Hugely is not the right word, but they are better. So we'll keep those. And like I said, I'm going to actually sell all of those. Boneweave leggings, don't need them. Same with the rest of this stuff. Go ahead and keep all of that. What was that ring? Obsidian seal, no thank you. Alright, and I think, like I said, we'll call this one an episode. So thank you all very much for watching. Come back for next time when we'll be finishing the Forgotten Gods and heading into Ultimate. Bye for now.